Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new Battlefield 1 video with me, Specialist. First of all, I just want to go ahead and say apologies for you all on how late the last two videos have been coming out for the Destro DLC. You guys gotta remember that when I'm having a day off, I'm trying to enjoy my days off as much as possible, and you know, that's gonna result in YouTube videos being delayed and or being out late just so I can, you know, enjoy life and be reminded that my life's just not all about YouTube. Because I was at Marilla's house yesterday hanging out. We watched American Horror Story, and I pretty much did not get home till like 11:30. And then the video was done. Don't get me wrong, the video was already done before that. I just forgot to upload it in time, so apologies for that. But no break today from the Destro DLC. I'm just doing this quick video before the Destro DLC coverage continues, as I wanted to go through. I know this video is 2 days late because these maps came out a few days ago, but we have our last confirmation of our 4 maps from Battlefield 1's launch, as well as a new game mode, which we'll get into later on. But first of all, let's just get into these map descriptions. First off, we have Ballroom Blitz, and this is join the final offensives along the Meuse River in 1918. Here, fierce fighting in trench lines is quickly replaced by the untouched beauty beyond hell. A massive French chateau, previously home to officers beyond the near lines, is now the scene for a battle with both tanks and flamethrowers. The chandeliers are shaking from the barrage as American forces push for the final railway hub at the edge of this map. So, we have a decently, probably going to be a more infantry-centric map here around this French chateau, looking pretty interesting. Next up, we have Suez, which is going to be, sounds like it's going to be around the Suez Canal. A struggle for the most vital supply line of World War I, which has to be the Suez Canal. So it's interesting that, you know, in Battlefield 4, we had a campaign around the Suez in, you know, the new, in the 21st century. Now we're going back to World War I, so it's a little bit of a little nod there. Even though it was considered impossible, the Ottomans crossed the desert of Sinai. We have Sinai desert maps, so that's cool. These are, you know, intertwining. Cross the desert of Sinai and threaten the canal. Join the fight by the banks of the Grand Canal and make tactical use of the dunes. So, looks like this could be a majority of a desert map with the canal in the middle. It's going to be interesting. Fight through shallow defenses with field guns or mortars through the outskirts of Cantera, I cannot say that word for life of me, Cantera, and into the deep desert beyond. So, Suez. And just quick this image up here. They also released this nice, really 1080p image here of a battleship in the corner. Destroyed us on the banks of the river, looking pretty awesome. Next up here, that we have Foul Fortress. Looks like we have another desert map. Join one of the earliest amphibious landings of the Great War as the British Empire struggles to secure the oil on the Al-Fa Peninsula. The majestic Ottoman forces of Foul guards the entrance and is not falling uncontested. Here you will fight through marshlands and dunes, over bridges and shallow coves. The assault finally enters the ancient fortress itself. The quest for oil begins here. The Dreadnought needs to feed. Sounding awesome. And the Dreadnought, obviously, we know is a giant battleship. So it looks like it's going to be like an island map, and then they're going to have water surrounding it, so this is going to be very interesting. Last but not least, we have the map that is not so much speculation, but we knew it was going to be the game. Now we just had double confirmation. We've seen this in pictures, and for those of you who didn't think it was going to be a deal, it is our Argonne Forest. The shadowy depths of the Argonne Forest is the scene for some of the most brutal close-quarter combat in Battlefield 1. We've known this from my lore video about the Lost Battalion. The world inside this forest features devious defensive setups combined with a labyrinth of bunkers and machine gun nests, camouflaged field guns firing at point-blank range, stormtroopers clearing out bunkers with gas, and the best use of sharpened spades will determine who owns the depths of this forest. Heroes are forged surviving the intensity of this infantry-focused map. I know this is way early to say, but I would like to see like a mini Easter egg in the game that, you know, has to do with the Lost Battalion. That'd be pretty sweet. But last but not least, boys, we have our final confirmation on our brand new game mode called War Pigeons. This sounds pretty interesting. So, during the Great War, man-made communication systems were still crude and unreliable, so dogs and pigeons were used extensively to carry messages. Poor dogs and pigeons, the mortality rate for those were not very high. In the War Pigeons game mode, the opposing side competes to use a messenger pigeon to call in artillery barrages on the enemy. When the game starts, a pigeon coop with a messenger pigeon is placed somewhere on the map. Locate the pigeon before the enemy and carry it to a safe location out in the open. Then, there you prepare a message and send it off, calling for artillery support. Once a message is successfully sent, an artillery barrage will strike the enemy. Now, the picture from here is most definitely Argonne Forest, because this is, I don't know if this is just a nod to the Lost Battalion movie, or, you know, the story of it, but in the Lost Battalion, you guys, if you guys watch my lore video, you'll know this. The U.S. troops they were trying to send coordinates to their artillerymen to attack the Germans, and somebody got the coordinates fucked up, or some kind of recon fucked up, and basically the guys fired on their own crew, and the U.S. lost a lot of troops from friendly fire. So this is it's almost like this is a nod to that story mode, but in a game mode where we will use artillery strikes right on the enemy, but we have to control the pigeons first to get the right to use the artillery strikes. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. I'm a little bit afraid that this game mode might not be popular. It's kind of like those game modes in the, you release a game mode, oh, I saw it's cool with this thing, but it doesn't last very long because, there's low popularity on it. But that's all for today's video, guys. I just want to go through the quick full, lineup here for what we have. So all of our maps confirmed for launch. We have Sequit and Scar, Sinai Desert, Argonne Forest, Suez, Ballroom Blitz, Foul Fortress, Amiens, Monte Grappa, and Empire's Edge. So that's awesome. And then last but not least, all of our confirmed game modes: Conquest, Rush, Domination, Operations, War Pigeons, and of course, Team Deathmatch for being our final game mode. But that's all for this Battlefield 1 video, guys. I'm not going to make another video on Battlefield 1 for a little bit. I think I have a lot of lore videos that I want to make now that we have more maps out and more history to talk about. But the majority of these lore videos will not come out until after I finish the coverage of the Death Star DLC, because I want to make sure I finish it off for you guys. So stay tuned in a little bit for more coverage of the Death Star DLC. And then obviously once this DLC ends, stay tuned to the channel for a bunch of lore videos coming out. I'm trying to get these all crammed in before the launch of the game so I can cover as much history behind the game as possible. But I'm done rambling. Stay tuned for some Death Star DLC coverage after this, and have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.